What does paradise look like to you? For me, the tropical shorelines of remote South Pacific islands paint a pretty close picture. This is Moorea in the heart of French Polynesia. Out of all of the islands I've seen on this voyage around the world, there's a reason I keep coming back here. Anchored in this calm turquoise lagoon with these sawtooth volcanic peaks scraping the clouds, it feels like you found a corner of the world the rest of time forgot. But this time, I wasn't on my boat Elixir, I was here on Letifah, and she is an entirely different story. She's a masterpiece born in 1936 from the mind of the legendary designer William Fife III. Now, it's widely believed that Fife designed some of the most beautiful sailing yachts ever to grace the water, and he considered Letifah his finest work, his masterpiece, so it's no exaggeration to say that you're looking at one of the most magnificent classic yachts afloat today. My friends Jasper and Georgie have been her professional crew and loving custodians, and they've asked me to help her with the next great chapter, a 5,000-mile delivery, first to Hawaii and then all the way to Port Townsend in Washington State. This is a passage that will take us across the equator, almost as far north as Alaska. We'll be punching into relentless trade winds with solid green water washing over the decks before sailing into the eerie, silent fog of the North Pacific. This isn't going to be a simple cruise, it's going to be a true test of endurance, but on an incredible boat with a crew I'd trust with anything. And I cannot wait to show you the rest of this voyage. Alright, so we're back at our favourite spot, the sharks and rays. Holy. Ah! Hello. Oh, you want some love too? Oh my god, I'm being attacked on all directions. The thing about Moorea is that the magic isn't just on the surface. You slip into this water and the world just changes. Growing up in the UK, the ocean was this cold, grey, mysterious thing, but here it is a completely different universe with black-tip reef sharks and stingrays that literally greet you like a group of playful puppies. It's a jaw-dropping, vibrant ecosystem, and you feel like a privileged guest just to be in it. So this spot is like just inside the reef and it has a load of sharks and stingrays. We spent the last week slowly getting ready for the Pacific crossing. We joined the boat and everything was pretty much ready to go, to be honest. It's just been a case of like tidying up some bits and bobs, stowing stuff away, fixing a few little things. It's Saturday today, and early next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to be setting off from Moorea to sail to Hawaii. We've just got to check out with the customs here. It's been quite a chilled week, to be fair. It feels great to be back in Moorea. It's so beautiful. I'm actually kind of enjoying working on someone else's boat for a change. It's a good feeling to not have the responsibility after being responsible for a boat and people for so long. Yeah, I feel like I can enjoy myself, and I am looking forward to going sailing again. For our last few days, we decided to move Letifah from her quiet corner over to the famous Cook's Bay. It was a practical move, closer to shops, better for the final preparations. But even a simple act like weighing the anchor feels different on a boat like this. At almost 90 years old, you might expect her to feel fragile. She's anything but. This boat has more than just history, she has a soul. She survived the Second World War and battled through decades of intense offshore races, and she has already sailed around the entire planet. Honestly, you get a feeling that for her, a little 2,500-mile jaunt to Hawaii is just a walk in the park. For us, on the other hand, well, we knew that we had our work cut out for us. These are the jack lines, and they're super important. They basically run the whole length of the deck, and when we're moving up and down the deck at night, we'll just clip on, wearing harnesses, and we'll clip onto this. If, for any reason, someone falls, they're tethered onto the boat at all times via these jack lines. So yeah, really important for like crossing oceans. It's one of our last days before leaving, and we're gonna hop in with our scrubbers and give the propellers a little clean. Hopefully it won't be too bad. And because Letifah has two engines, There's 2 propellers that we need to clean, so I'm gonna do one and Rachel's gonna do the other one. Of course, before you lift the anchor for a final time, you have to face the mountain, the provisioning mountain. Moorea's big sister, Tahiti, is just a short ferry ride away, and its capital, Papeete, became our mission control. It was the last stop for everything we'd need for the 3+ weeks at sea ahead of us.
Oh, hello.
So it begins. Here we go.
This is like the basis of everything I eat. Oh! That's the most chaotic part. Packing it all up.
I'd say we're a solid I think a solid halfway. We just have to car, ferry, boat.
And then comes the great puzzle of provisioning. You're standing on the dock, surrounded by mountains of supplies, looking at the boat and then back at the supplies, and you think there is absolutely no way this is all gonna fit. My bunk is in the forepeak, so I have the unique pleasure of introducing my new roommates, the anchor chain, a mountain of spare sails, and now a 3-week supply of fresh fruit, vegetables, and everything in between, all stacked to the ceiling. It looked impossible, but somehow piece by piece, everything finds a home, and just like that, with every bag stowed and every locker full, we were ready. The vast expanse of the Pacific was waiting. And then it arrived, our last day on land. There's a special kind of energy to it, a mix of excitement and a little bit of melancholy. We took the chance to stretch our legs one last time, hiking up high into the hills to look down on the world we were about to leave behind. It's a bittersweet feeling leaving a place this beautiful, but the call of the open ocean is strong. We were ready for the rhythm of life at sea, for the watches, the starry nights, and the sheer challenge of it all. It was time to say goodbye to the jagged peaks of Moorea and turn our heads north towards the horizon, where 2,500 miles away, the volcanic peaks of Hawaii were waiting for us. No pressure. How are you feeling on the eve of our departure?
I'm feeling really happy actually, and quite excited, and I'm happy that everyone's feeling better, and quite grateful for the fact that we've had a nice day to kind of decompress after all the jobs and go for a nice walk. I'm feeling pretty chipper.
Are we ready for the Pacific, do you think?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think we just got to do it. I think we just got to go. Just got to send it.
Just got to send it. It's the day of our departure. We're leaving to put out to sea this morning, and then in a few hours we're going to pick up the anchor and leave Moorea, sail north 2,500 miles to Hawaii, spend the first part of the trip in the southeasterly trade winds, sailing north, trying to make as much of an easting as possible, and then through the convergence zone across the equator, and then into the northeasterly trade winds, where the wind's going to be a bit more on the beam, a bit more ahead of the beam, and I think it's going to be like a close reach into Hawaii. So starboard tack the whole way, and should just be a trade wind passage, just trade winds on the beam the whole way. I'm sleeping in the forepeak, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too bouncy. It's nice to just enjoy one final coffee and look at the beautiful hills of Moorea. For sure, one of the most beautiful islands I've ever been to, and I can't wait to come back again. How do you feel about sailing across the Pacific?
Well, that's quite a big question. I felt quite excited now actually. Feeling more prepared and ready and kind of like happy to get going, settle into the rhythm. I'm excited for a new place and a new life. It's been really fun. We've been doing lots of jobs during the day, and then in the evenings we've been getting off the boat and went for a cycle one day and went to a waterfall last night. Had some nice dinners. Good chat.
Making the most of Moorea before we have to leave.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about sailing across the Pacific?
Oh no, I'm feeling pretty good, yeah. Just filling up diesel. We've got 3 tanks. The 2 big tanks are full. I'm just filling up the little tank. So we're gonna have about 650 litres of diesel, which should be enough to motor like 6 days, I think. Hopefully we don't need to use that much. We use diesel for everything. Diesel is water, diesel is power. Yeah, we don't have any solar or hydro generation, so diesel is our lifeline.
How are you feeling about sailing across the Pacific?
Pretty good. Pretty excited. We're just getting the boat ready to be at sea for a while, like lots of safety stuff and prepping the interior, getting all the food sorted and organized. Just bending back these split pins so that nothing snags on them.
We got the awning off, we got the sail cover off, we got the deck stowed away, down below stowed, anchors ready to go down below. Ready to go, man. Yeah. Right now it doesn't look like there's much wind out there, but I have a feeling it's going to pick up later today. It's going to be medium to strong trade winds for the first week or so, kind of close-ish to the wind, trying to get to the equator, and then we're going to cross the equator in the convergence zone. Might have a bit of light and variable there, and then we've got some pretty strong northeasterly trades to get us to Hawaii, so it should be a good run.
So speed do you think we're going to be averaging?
20, 25 knots. We get on the foil
We're gonna
at
be
about, we get up onto the foil at about 27, so
It's going to be a quick passage
it's gonna be a fast one. Nah, I'd be happy with an average of 7. That'd be a pretty good average. Man, when she gets on the foil, there's nothing like it.
when she gets going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm super excited. It's a good
Nice.
day.
What are you looking forward to about it, do you think?
Being at sea, being close to the water, being disconnected from the world for a little while. Lots of time to read lots of books, eat some fresh fish, just everything.
See some big critters.
Be some big critters.
Some sea critters. Thanks for coming along for these final few days in paradise, and the peace and quiet is about to end. In the next episode, the passage begins and the Pacific doesn't wait long to remind us who's in charge. We get humbled by some seriously strong trade winds and steep, unforgiving sea. It is a rough start, and we immediately feel just how exposed you are out here on a 1930s racing yacht. If you want to follow more of this journey, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, and if you're dreaming of your own sailing adventures, my Patreon is the best way to support the channel. You'll get exclusive access to my newsletter, The Elixir Express, full of practical tips, and be the first to hear about any crewing opportunities on board my boat, Elixir. The link for that is down below. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next one.